Alright guys, it's Justin again with another kit review. This time it's going to be the Master Grade Aile Strike Remaster, the Remaster version or the HD version, depending on, I guess, where you're from or what you want to call it. This guy came out last month, the end of last month, or the beginning of this month. And I'm just going to say right off the bat, this is most definitely one of the best kits I've built in the past year. I've only been doing this kind of stuff for about a year now. Well, since my childhood anyway, but I've been doing this stuff for about a year now, and this has probably been the most enjoyable build. And as far as the kit itself, I think that this is the best kit that I've built to date. I'm going to go ahead and do a review of it. I mean, I liked it that much, and you know, I'm not sure how interested you guys are in reviews, and I know that there's tons of people out there who do reviews and they're probably a million times better than me, but I want to do one anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Articulation, because that's typically the best place to start, I think, and we'll move on from there. So your head is on a double ball joint type thing, so you get a full 360 degrees, if I can get it to go around. You get some forward and back, some side to side, you get some tilt, you know, really good range of motion on the head here. Your shoulders will go up this far. Your shoulder will actually move out of the way so you can get it all the way up there. The shoulders will go all the way across the chest, and you can touch the other shoulder with it, but you got to do a little, you know, moving around there. That's because of the double joint in the shoulder. Below the shoulder you're going to have 360 degrees. You're going to have a nice 180 degree bend, and on your wrists you're going to get a standard ball joint, so 360 degrees. Your thumb is on a ball joint and your fingers are fixed posed, so you're going to be able to swap those out. They come with trigger fingers, two sets of trigger fingers. There's one with a peg, one without. There's open hands for the beam sabers, with and without pegs, I believe. And then there's closed fist and these expressive hands. I really like a lot. In the waist you're going to have a really interesting double joint. So you're going to get some bend here. Your cockpit hatch does open, so go ahead and see if I can pop this open. There's a thing here which I just took off. Oops. Pop that back in there. There we go. And then the bottom piece. I'm really bad at this, if you couldn't tell. It like slides down or out or something like that, and whatever, I'll figure it out later. God. I'm gonna have to cut this. Or maybe I'll leave it in. I just... How in the world? There we go. Okay, so there's the cockpit hatch, and then you close it up the right way by the red piece first, then the blue piece. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Your front skirts are individual. Your side skirts are there's a hinge here, and then there's a hinge here. So they kind of move a little freely, and they're really interesting. They open up, and you can put your armor schneiders inside. I haven't put those together yet. And your back skirts are together, but they can still move. You've also got some articulation on this back thruster here, not a whole bunch, but you know, a little bit. It's not really a necessary thing, so it's nice that they even included it. If you kick the skirt forward, well, okay, you get a full 90 degree forward. You're gonna get a full 90 degree back, and minus the side skirt, you're gonna get a full 90 degree out, so you can do a full split with this guy. No real rotation though, so that's a little bit of a letdown. There's a joint here that lets you move your leg up and down, which probably would have been a much better thing for me to do if I was gonna, you know, move the legs around a bunch. So now I actually didn't ooh. I didn't see much of a point in having that joint there, but now I think I finally get it. The knee has a double bend, so you're going to get a 180 out of that. Very nice. And as you can see here, when you move the knee, you're going to get a really nice armor split, and this piece is actually going to rotate a little bit, so that's really cool. I really like the armor pieces moving. I'm a sucker for that. It just looks really cool. Ankles kind of have a double joint, so you can kind of wiggle these around and the ankle will follow it around. You get a little bit up and down on that, and you don't really get any rotation despite it being a double joint, but that's fine. Now, this kit has not a complete inner frame, but I think most everything but the head has an inner frame to it. And I just like all the details and stuff that are included with this kit. The backs of your skirts are molded with lots of really nice detail carved in. I'm a huge fan of that as well. Oops. I gotta figure out how to get this back on. Ugh, there we go. And you know, it's just a nice kit. It feels really solid. It's really light, but you know, it doesn't feel like it's gonna break or anything like that. It doesn't feel brittle. There's lots of nice little details in here. The little red pieces on the insides of all this. There's tons of vents. There's tons of like painting opportunities, lining opportunities, stuff like that. The only real downsides for me here are the side skirts can be a little annoying at times if you're trying to pose it and you don't have the legs pushed up or pulled down. You know, you pull a leg forward and you saw before the side skirt just popped right off. So that kind of hinders you a little bit sometimes, but it pops off really easy. Yeah, these pegs aren't the longest. Oh god, now the whole thing's falling apart on me. But yeah, it's a solid kit otherwise. And my other complaint, which will be addressed here in just a second, the out of box anyway. If you're not going to be painting this guy, your V-fin has a tendency to kind of pop off, and it's really loose. You know, I can plug that in, shake it a little bit, it's fine. But you know, you saw as soon as that one piece went tumbling, you know, the V-fin flew out both times. So other than the V-fin and the side skirts, this guy is really solid. The legs are really nice. They feel nice and tight. The joints are really good. The arms the same way. Everything's nice and stiff. I've been playing with this guy a little bit, trying out some poses and stuff, and nothing's really loosened up on me. And I'm actually going to take this guy apart here soon and paint him up. So I assume that the joints will only get tighter from there. So yeah, the next thing I wanted to go over would be accessories. So out of the box, unless you order the other stuff, you're just going to get a shield, which comes molded in a couple of colors. You're going to get white, you're going to get some yellow, some red, a couple grays, and you're going to have a see-through window here. There's no clear piece in it. It's just an opening. And then your beam rifle, which is molded in one color. I'll probably be painting this 2 or 3. And then, you know, like little details and stuff like that. And the big piece here is the Ale pack. I can't call it the Ale Striker pack. But yeah, the Ale pack. So it's got some articulation on it as well, so I guess I'll go over that. You've got a joint here on the... pull this out and I'll show you. There's a small poly cap right here, and that plugs into this guy. And it's not so much for articulating anything. There's not much movement to kind of give it, but it gives you a little bit of this. These are on ball joints. They move And these wings are actually my least favorite part of this entire build. Is the way these are constructed isn't the most secure thing, so I feel like they're gonna pop out. But you can fold them up, unless I have this thing upside down or something, which I don't think I do, and you can fold them down as well. And then the cool thing is these rudders back here also have articulation, and you can pull if you kind of grab both sides. You pull and you can kind of reveal the engines a little bit, so I think that's really cool. So let's go ahead and stick this on this guy, and you can see what he looks like all geared out. And that's as simple as you take this little slot right here and you take this peg, you just kind of plug that right in there, and you can already see that, you know, there's no real weight issues. He stands perfectly fine. He's not leaning on anything, so let me turn him to the side and you can kind of see. You know, the back sags just a little bit, but you know, he stands pretty well on his own. You just lean him forward a tiny bit and he's good to go. The shield pegs into the arm. You can either peg it in over here like this, or you can kind of twist it and plug it in like that and wrap it around, which is what I prefer to do because I think it looks better. And you can put his hand inside the handle if you so desire. I'm not really too big on that. It doesn't really matter to me. And there's a slot here, I don't know if you can see it or not, on the inside of the handle of the beam rifle. You are going to have a little bit of articulation here, so if you want to you know, wield it two-hand style, you can do that. This is kind of another gripe of mine. This is very minor, just because of the way that everything fits when it's actually all together. But the peg in the arm fits inside the handle of this really well, but it doesn't stay in, so you have to kind of how would I say, you would take it and position it on the handle and then plug it in, and it stays in just fine, which I mean, it's not really a surprise, but I was kind of surprised that the peg didn't hold as well as you would think it would. Like, usually Bandai's pretty good about stuff like that. But if you reposition the thumb here, if I can find it, there we go. He holds on to it really well, and everything looks really nice. Just even kind of just standing and hanging out, but you know, he's really easy to pose. Just kind of twist him a little bit and do some stuff like that. Crouch him down. Maybe pull his wings up a little bit, and you know, there you go. So I mean, he's really fun to pose. He's got lots of nice articulation, lots of detail points, minus these stupid side skirts. It's not my favorite design in the world for those, but I guess they did what they had to do. So but yeah, that's been my Aile Strike review. So this is actually going to be my next work in progress. So I guess stay tuned, and you guys can follow me throughout the entire painting process of this guy and some detailing stuff. And yeah, so like I said, next project. I'm really excited to put this guy in some paint. I'm not really sure the scheme I'm going to go for yet. I'm kind of kicking the idea around of an RG theme for him, because I really love the RG Aile Strike. It was a fantastic RG kit. It's actually my favorite RG kit. I never picked up the Sky Grasper or anything like that, but I think this guy would look awesome as a 1/100 scale in RG colors, and I think I might kind of, you know, do metallics and stuff around the shoulders and all that good stuff like I normally do. You know, detail the engines as much as I can, and just try to highlight as much detail as possible. Or maybe I'll just do something different. I don't know. I know I'm going to do an out-of-box color scheme. I really like the colors of this guy, and I really don't want to mess with the overall look too much. So for the most part, this is everything, the way everything's going to look when it's done. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.